Way back in 1996, it released Quake, succeeding Doom in becoming a staple and once again the gold standard for FPS games. Now in 2019, we have Quake's spiritual successor, Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. And man, is it good. It's really good. The game puts the players in control of the Outlander, a mysterious figure adrift upon the ageless sea. He finds himself on the shores of a dying world where he is approached by the Shepherd of Wayward Souls, who tasks the Outlander with hunting down the Guardians of the Old World. Once angelic protectors, the Guardians have fallen into corruption and are responsible for the destruction of this frightening and dangerous place. Metal as fuck. In full release. This being early access right now, there's no story to speak of. For being in early access, however, Wrath offers a surprising amount of bang for your buck. So far, you get a hub world to explore, Morning Vale. It's a nice size and has secrets of its own to uncover, and naturally, it's where you enter the other levels. As of currently, there are 2. Visually, Wrath hits all the right notes. It has a dark, esoteric, Lovecraftian feel and look. Something I dig, it's totally pleasing. The first level I did was the Undercroft, a massive maze of cemetery. The next area available is the Mire, a swamp. There is level scaling. Depending on what area you decide to play first, the next level will be more difficult. Speaking of difficulty, Wrath is challenging in a good way. I'm not the best at shooters, but I'm not terrible, I think. Seasoned veterans will breeze through Wrath no problem and have fun doing it. I played on normal and that gave me a run for my money. Between my numerous deaths, I was able to clock in about 4 hours so far. That's with exploring, trying to find secrets, and take in the visual splendor. The guns are run-of-the-mill for shooters, but all have a great design. Currently you have your pistol, or coach gun, a type of revolver. The shotgun, a staple of the genre, is ginormous, and it's the double barrel variety. I found myself using this the most, and the Fang Spitter, Wrath's version of a chain gun. Its name is apt, being covered in blood and full of, well, fangs. And Retcher, Wrath's grenade launcher basically. It's a weird biomechanical thing that looks amazing, and like it's salvaged from one of the enemies that you find. Each weapon handles well and feels really nice. They have an alt fire as well, some being more effective than others. The coach gun fires 3 bullets at once, turning itself into a baby shotgun almost. The shotgun has a charged up widespread, not the best, but it has its uses for final enemy kills. The Fang Spitter fires 2 rounds instead of 1, and has a nice booming sound when it does. The bass on this thing is just ridiculous. Lastly, the Retcher fires 3 smaller exploding projectiles instead of 1 big one. You'll need to prioritize and be aware of your surroundings when it comes to using them and dealing with these enemies. The Fallen, your basic slow zombie type. Widows, the creepy fast version of the Fallen with fangs. Wraiths, flying enemies that shoot at you. Afflicted, slow enemies that explode upon death or impact. And the 3 most annoying I found, Executioners, Heretics, and Stricken. The others are easy to deal with, but Executioners, hulking enemies that charge at you, are almost impossible to get away from and not get hit. Heretics, a 3-headed flying enemy that shoots fire at you, take forever to kill unless you use the Fang Spitter and stunlock them. And Stricken, walking rapid-fire tanks, are perhaps the worst so far. I found no real effective way of dealing with these guys, save for using the Retcher, basically giving them a taste of their own medicine. Is this a bad thing? No. It keeps the challenge up and forces you to get good, bro. Wrath isn't perfect, however, annoying enemies aside. Bad guys can get stuck on walls occasionally, and although the visuals are nice, the dark color palette leads to sameness a bit early on. There are artifacts to find, each giving you abilities, one ability to actually save your game. This being an old school styled shooter, you have to manage your saves with soul tethers or find shrines that act as checkpoints. Other artifacts include Life Siphon, giving you the ability to regain health upon enemy deaths, or Cruel Aegis, turning you invincible for a short period but draining your health to almost nothing upon use. Long story short, upon watching this video or other videos of Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, there's a good chance that you're already going to pick it up and it's already in your style. You already dig it, so just buy it. If you are a fan of old school shooters, just buy Wrath. If you liked Dusk or Medieval, buy Wrath. If you liked Doom 2016, buy Wrath. You get a decent amount for early access, and with more trickling in and patches and etc and stuff, it's totally worth the money. Even upon full release, it'll still be like 20 bucks or something, so it's a total steal.